This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. Like this video. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's get right into it. We got Rick Ross. He's sharing stories in his book. He's recalling a time when he flew out to Hawaii to record Devil in a Blue Dress, whatever the album was called, Kanye West. And he was working on the Monster song, and he said, I gained much respect for Nicki Minaj when I saw her pen the verse herself. Okay. I don't like how Ross like flip-flops out here where he's like commending people then also like dissing them at the same time because like he just recently dissed her. But anyways. So he also said that he told Kanye he wanted to get on that song. He did do a verse. Didn't know he was going to make it. He also mentioned that he brought Pusha T and Kanye together. This is basically a narcissistic novel about him telling him how great he is with the culture and everything. And he's very important in the culture. So this is the funny part. And I'm going to tell my own version of this. There's a nicer version of this, and I'm going to tell my own version, okay? So after Hawaii, they record out there. Then he goes to New York to meet up with Kanye. And Kanye plays the Monster song. And he's like, it's trash, bro. This is trash. You ain't gonna give me that hot stuff that you've been working on? You ain't gonna give me the hot fire? And walked out the studio. And Rick Ross took on the challenge and rewrote his verse. Now, the way he tells it, Kanye said he could go better. But I picture it as Kanye said, yo, you gonna give me this trash, bro? This trash? You ain't gonna give me the fire? Yo, get out of here, man. Yo, you don't deserve to be on the song. And then Rick Ross shed a tear, and he hit the booth and wrote the most fire verse of his career. Now, Nicki Minaj has said that Kanye uses this tactic on her, too, to get the best out of people. I mean, it's a real producer, right? So, all jokes aside, Kanye is a real producer. Yes, he's kind of lost his marbles lately. But, hey, it's part of who... It's part of who he is. You just got to accept it, bro. All right. Next up. Well, Malik Yoba, he was on Cool Runnings, and he was on New York Undercover. Little did we know New York Undercover was a fitting title for Malik Yoba because he was living undercover. Now, before I get into this, you can choose to be whoever you want. You can like whoever you want. You can like guys. You can like females. It's a free world, and nobody's going to judge you if you live your truth, okay? So never feel guilty about how you feel, okay? I always respect somebody that's living their truth, and I never judge them, ever. You can't. Well, we judge people, but, I would never criticize somebody for their choices. It's their life. They can do whatever they want. But Malik Yoba is trying to go on both sides of the fence. I'm a heterosexual guy that likes women, but I also like I like chicks with male parts. I was like, come on, this guy is like, what is he trying to do? You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to steal Young Buck's wave. This is Young Buck's wave. Young Buck owns this wave, okay? Stop trying to take his wave. Imagine, Young Buck should have just embraced his truth and did the Malik Yoba thing because he's getting a lot of press off of it. And Young Buck needed that at the time. He was already on the outs with 50. He needs this second wind. He needs it. Live your truth, Young Buck, okay? It's okay. Malik Yoba... It seems like, okay, he came out for some reason and admitted to others. Fine. And then he's also like grouping in Mr. C and everybody else, okay? But it's like, dude, like, why you want to press run about it? We live in a society now where this is pretty much accepted, okay? You're going to always have your people that don't accept it and they're going to punish people for it. But it doesn't mean that you coming out is going to help anybody, there's always going to be those people that don't accept it and don't accept people's choices, Just because someone chooses something doesn't mean you have to involve it in your life. That's up to them. You don't have to tease them about it, it's like Malik Yoba is doing this to get some publicity, let's be honest. But, hey, live your life, man. Then we got, why didn't this thing go up? Hold on one sec. All right. It did. It just didn't, it's not showing. Anyways, we got Nas and Jay-Z. Now, Lenny S., who is Jay-Z's right-hand man. Here, I'll put it right here. He tells a story about back when these two weren't getting along and they were doing tracks at each other. He said that in the end, Lenny S. was impressed with Jay-Z and his perspective on everything. Now, Lenny S. was an A&R at Rockefeller and, has moved with Jay-Z through his different transitions. Now, of course, we had Ether, we had Takeover, and he said, the blueprint showed me how selfless Jay was. This was a time when... Jay-Z's not selfless, okay? Stop. He said, this was a time when Takeover was out and Ether was in everything, and the energy was kind of crazy. They did a poll on the radio, like Ether versus Super Ugly, and everyone voted Ether. Duh, it was way hotter. And this is Jay-Z's career is over. He's done. Nah, I never thought Jay-Z's career was over. I just thought that Nas was the better lyricist when the pressure was on. Then he said, Jay-Z's on the phone with me, convincing me that this has to happen in life. We have to go through our ups and downs. We have to take losses in order to get greater wins. We have to fall in order to get up. He just spent 15 minutes convincing me why it was necessary, that it's all right. This man just took a loss. Like a boss. A public loss to a rival rapper. He's convincing me, a young A&R, and obviously his friend and his brother, of like why I need to be okay with this and just let it go and not take it to the heart. It just taught me a lesson. He's a mature adult. Okay, I mean, duh, like he knew he lost, okay? But he also knew he had more money than Nas, okay? He knew in the end of the day, he was way far ahead of Nas career-wise than Nas was going to be at that moment. Now, of course, he's still ahead of Nas, right? Now, he stays copying Nas. He just started Marcy Investments, like Nas has Queensbridge Investments with his friend Anthony. He's still dropping albums. He's petty, okay? He's not the bigger man, and he's not selfless. He drops albums when Nas drops an album. He specifically still shadows or overshadows Nas whenever he can. Jay-Z never got over that. In fact, he made a point to sign Nas to Def Jam and almost kind of sun Nas, let's be honest, okay? So I'm not going for this. I mean, this whole PR campaign to paint Jay-Z as a selfless person. All artists are themselves before anybody else, okay? Jay-Z included. Every artist is like that. Nas is like that. Nas is no better, okay? Many artists are just like that. That's why it's never good to sign to an artist. But hey, Jay-Z's doing a lot of good out here at the same time. And he's done amazing things that inspire the future generations. Anyways, I appreciate you guys and sorry for this video being so long. This is Jordan Tower with JT News, and I'll check you guys on the next video. Peace.
Would you ever do a reality show?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, because that's not real. Like, what would be real if I show y'all everything? If I give y'all my private, what would I have to myself? I mean, how could I even argue with my girl? How could I tell my child something? Because she could compare everything to television. Nah, because it's not real. She don't know what's real and what's fake now. Yeah. I mean, I mean, those people that do it, I accommodate you, but I can't let you in my life like that. Cause shit, when you in the industry and when you do what we do, and you have people like family, relationships or whatever, that's what that person want anyway. They want what the world don't have. You know what I mean? And how can you give a person that when the world got everything?
So there's no price for that for you. That's what's up.
Oh, I've been offered plenty of times. Come on.
I mean,
What? If you hear some of the ideas they had for me, the craziest one for me was they was going to put me in a crib like Flavor. Put me in a crib with like 25 women and was going to make me. But it was going to be in Utah where I could actually marry like more than one of them. Yeah, they
No, they
had
did
it.
not.
Yes.
Why?
Who
Who did that?
I can't say their name due to come, you know what I mean? But yes.
Wow.
I was like, that was the cool one. I was like, well, nah, I ain't gonna. And then they was like, they was gonna separate it into, instead of me marrying like all 5 of them there, they was gonna separate it so I could have separate seasons. So, you know, one year I married one for such and such. Next year, next season, I'm looking for another one for another reason. It was like Idi Amin. Remember Idi Amin got like 5 wives, but all for different
That's like
reasons.
The Mormon.
Yeah.
Oh, I know which movie. Yeah, the HBO series. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, the HBO. Yeah. You see what I'm talking about? Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, but I can't do that.
That would be crazy.
My mama was like, boy, you bet, boy. Like,
That's playing with some dangers. Right?
is it?
Yeah.
Like, what woman gonna take me serious after this shit get canceled?
For real.
That's true.
Exactly.
Like,
It
will
would
you
get
marry me?
canceled.
It's like, fuck no, nigga.
You
Me and who else? You married, nigga? Me and who else? That's my house, Frank. That's my house, Frank. Me and who else? Miss Ruby D. Shout out Miss Ruby D. Y'all know Ruby D?
No.
Frank Lucas' mom on the movie. You saw American Gangster yet?
Oh, yes.
Remember?
Okay.
Whose house is that, Frank?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
your house,
she was
Mom.
walking up to the house.
It's my house. And who else? Hey, that's one of the first, that's one of the first movies she was in that her husband ain't in. You know, her husband been in.
Did he die?
I don't know if he dead. But you know, they always in the same movie. Remember Do the Right Thing?
Yeah.
Remember she was sitting in the window and he used to be drunk. He was they called the mayor. He used to be the drunk with the that's her husband in real life. Yeah, remember, and he bought her he went and bought the flowers and put them on her. She was just sitting in the window when the place burned down. She was in the middle of the street going, no. Remember that? Yeah, that's her husband for real. Ruby D and whatever else his name. His name is such something D.
That's bugged out.
And American Gangster, I don't know if it was the first in history, but to my eyes and my knowledge, it was the first movie I ever saw her in without him in there. They always.
He was an extra or something.
Yeah, he always. That's what I'm not. It be like that. Sometimes it be she have a small like she'll be something, but you know that just cause she probably like if he doing a movie, she probably gonna come to the set every day.
Right.
That's my husband. Now if I could come do this. You know what I mean? Yeah, cause we need an old lady. Come here.
Poor lady.
We was watching Do the Right Thing the other day. She's so young in that motherfucker. That shit look crazy. She young in that motherfucker. Like, nigga, holla at her and do the right thing. She old as shit on American Gangster. That's my husband. She smacked her leg. Ooh, that's that. Holla. If I don't leave a lady in.